Now we shall see different parts of a typical root. Typical root, which is also known as true root and also tap root. This root arises from the radicle of the embryo. Now, a typical root consists of the following parts. Let us see what they are. Let us start from the bottom. There is a cap-like structure at the end of each root, which is known as root cap. Root cap protects the root from friction, and it also secretes a slimy substance which helps in the penetration of the root. So this is the function of root cap. Then just above the root cap there is a region of meristematic tissue which does cell division, and due to this there is an increase in length of the root. So this is known as region of cell division. Just above the region of cell division, we have region of elongation. Those cells which have divided, they will increase in length, and as a result of which the root will increase in length. So this region is responsible for the increase in length of root, region of elongation. All the cells that have divided just recently, they will undergo very quick elongation. They will grow in size, and that will result in growth of the root. So this is known as region of elongation. Just above the region of elongation, we have region of root hair. See, there are so many hair-like structure which comes out from the root. They help in absorption of water and mineral from the soil. But what are they? What are root hair? It is sometimes asked in exam, what are root hair? Root hair are nothing but it's a unicellular protrusion of the cells of epiblema. Now, if we see the cross section of root, so this is the cross section of root. We shall do this in detail, just to make you understand epiblema. Now, this is the epidermis or epiblema in case of root, and there are there are cells in single layer. This layer is known as epiblema. Now, this cell, all individual cells, they will give out structures like this in the root. These are protrusions from the cell membrane itself. It's a part of cell. These are root hairs. These are root hairs. Root hair. They are unicellular because they have arisen from a single cell. They are unicellular structure. So it is sometimes asked what is the difference between root hair and stem hair. So root hair is unicellular, it is made from one cell, but stem hair is multicellular. So that is the difference. So region of root hair. So after the region, that means on the topmost portion of the root, which is near the substratum, near the crown, that is known as permanent region, because here all the cells are permanent. They are made up of permanent tissue, parenchyma basically, some sclerenchyma is there, then xylem phloem is there of course, and no collenchyma as you would remember. So these are all permanent tissue, and permanent tissue feature is they don't divide and they don't grow. So they do other works. So this is permanent region. And the function of permanent region here is they give rise to lateral roots. This is one function of permanent region, they give rise to lateral root. And the lateral root, which will be known as secondary root or tertiary root, they will have all the structures of a typical root. And these lateral roots, they arise from pericycle. Keep this also in mind. It is asked many times in exam. Lateral roots arise from pericycle. Now, pericycle is also somewhere here. We shall study about that later in a while. So, that's what lateral roots arising from pericycle. So that sums up the structure of a typical root. Let us see once again what is the structure, different region of a typical root. The first portion of the root, this is known as permanent region because they do not show any elongation or cell division, and they are permanent in their structure. They give rise to lateral root which comes out from the pericycle. Then after permanent region there is a region of root hair. Lot of root hair, unicellular root hair are seen in this region, and this root hair, they help in absorption of water and mineral from the soil. After root hair there is a region of elongation which is responsible for the growth of the increase of the length of the root, the region of elongation, because the cells here are growing very rapidly. Yes, as I was saying, region of cell division. Here the cells divide rapidly and they increase in helps in increase of the length of the root, because if the cell will divide, then they will elongate. So this will result in making the root more longer, and it will penetrate deep in the soil. So this is region of cell division. After that is the region of root cap, which protects the root from friction and also secretes a slimy substance which helps in the penetration of root inside the soil. So these are the different regions of a typical root. So this diagram shows, always label, write the name of the diagram what you are doing. Diagram showing different parts of a true root. This is a very important diagram. Please learn it by heart. Diagram showing different parts of a true root. I hope you have understood. Now we shall see what are the types of root. Roots are two types, taproot and adventitious root. This is based on the location from where it has risen. Like taproot, it rises from the radicle, and this is also known as true root, because radicle is the place from where root usually comes out, isn't it? So it is known as true root or typical root. But usually it so happens, like in case of some plants like monocot, the root which has come out from radicle, they get destroyed very soon and they are replaced by fibrous root which comes out from plumule. And they become the main root of the plant. So those roots which come out from any other part other than the radicle, they are known as adventitious root. And depending upon the position from where they have come out, they can be fibrous root, they come out from the plumule, as in case of monocots. They can be caudine root, this comes out from the stem, nodes and internodes, like in banyan. Then they can be foliar root, they come out from the leaf, as in begonia and bryophyllum. So roots are two types. First, taproot, which originates from the radicle, and the second is adventitious root, which originates from any other position other than the radicle. Now, let us talk about the function of the root. What is the function of the root? Normal function of the root is support to the plant and conduction of water mineral, absorption and conduction of water mineral. These are the two main important functions of the root. But sometimes it happens that root on top of carrying its normal function, it also does a lot of other functions for the plant. And in that case, the root becomes modified. It gets little changed to carry out those special functions. So, we shall now see what are the modifications in root and what kind of functions they perform. Modification is seen in taproot also and adventitious root also. So, we shall see them one by one.